Hello, this is Denise Mathew, and today I'm going to do a gemstone tassel earring. You could actually use crystals as well. I've used garnets here. So the first thing you want to do is you can use a pre-made head pin, or you could just make your own head pin from wire, which is what I'll do. But if you want to use a pre-made head pin, you would just put it on and then just do your regular wrap, just a closed loop, and that would be the base of your earring. And then if you want to make your own head pin, because sometimes the beads are a little small and they're too small for the gauge of a head pin, you can just do a little circle on the end like that. I'll have a link for how to make your own head pins, and also if you need help for closed loops. Okay, so then you just slide your bead on, and then of course this is going to be your base bead. I'm working with 3mm micro-faceted garnet beads today. So just trim that off, and then you would have the beginning, and the next thing you're going to do is just going to start doing a little bit of a chain. Now I used 5 in total for the lengths, and if you notice I've already got some done here. So I have 5 beads. You can use less or more according to your preferences for how long you want them. I'm just doing a closed loop and slide on another bead. I'm working with a 26 gauge wire today because, like I said, these beads are fairly tiny, so that's what I would have so far. And then just another 90-degree angle and wrap. Grab hold of the loop and just do a little wrapping down many times as you like, and then just trim it back. And then I already have a link here, so I'm just going to attach those two, and then I'll have my 5. So just do a circle, slide it on, close it up, slide another bead on, and then another 90-degree angle, and then just a loop like that. And just take that and slide it right on to your other links that you've already made onto the closed loop. Alright. Trim it back and make sure you get rid of any stray wires that might pull on into your clothes. And then once that's done, you can use more lengths, but if you do use more than 5, just keep in mind that it should be an odd number, because that way it'll hang properly. So now I'm going to put it all together. I'm working right now with a 22 gauge wire. So all I'm going to do now is just do a loop like that. I'm just going to thread all those links I just made, and just thread them all on that circle. And you'll notice that they sort of start to bunch up a little bit, which is exactly what you want. It'll be easier for wrapping. So this is what you would have. Alright. And if you notice that some are longer than others, I mean, try and keep your loops consistent, but if you do notice one that is quite a bit longer than another, you can always just add another bead on the end to make it more uniform. So now that that's done, I'm just going to pull those out. Just pull the wires so they're not crossing anymore, and I'm just going to start doing it like I would do a regular wrapped brioche. Okay. This is what I would have. Now this is a bit longer than I want, so I'm just going to trim that back a little bit, because I'm going to do the loop just right at the top of that. Okay, so this is what I would have. Okay, now just do a 90-degree angle and then make your loop right around like that. Okay, and then grab hold of that loop, and then you're just going to start to wrap down, and you're going to grab hold of those 2 wires when you do. And it's better if you, when you're wrapping, if you just let this dangle, because that's going to hold it in place the way you want it to be. Okay, so just continue down, and I'm using about 1.5 foot of wire. You can use more or less according to how much you want to wrap it, but I'm just going to do like a messy wrap, so just going over and again. So now I'm just going to grab hold of that with my fingers and just start to wrap down. And this is really very much like a briolet wrap. Now when you get to the top, it's a little bit of an effort to go around it, but you just have to just take your time and just let it, get it around once or twice. And once you get it around once or twice, then you're going to have it more stable and it's not going to move as much, and then you can really start to do your wraps. Okay, so again, it's going to look a little messy in the beginning, but then just keep wrapping, and if things get caught, just go back and you can readjust, and then just start to continue on, and then go right back up. Alright, and just use all that wire until you're almost done, then bring it right up to the top, finish it up, and tuck it in. And then if you want to squeeze any parts in that, just to make sure that's exactly where you want it to be, and adjust it accordingly. Then all you need to do now is put your ear wire on, and you will have a pair of tassel earrings. If you don't want to do the wrapping, you can always use a bead cap, and then you would have your pair of earrings. So this concludes the tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.